Today, this is Miss Brascho's class, and we're talking about the states of matter. We've been doing science experiments. Yesterday, we're going to begin by doing a little quick review. Does anybody remember one thing? Can you recall from yesterday? Joseph.
Well, we learned about how liquids and solids turned into gases, and we did a really cool experiment with baking soda and vinegar.
Cool. If you remember that too, you can say me too.
Me too.
Awesome. Anybody else have anything different that was a memory? Jillian?
We learned how to make gases float, and we can't even see them.
And you can't even see the gases. Good memory. Kiss your brain. You're so smart. Sherry, did you have a memory?
Well, yesterday we learned that if you mix a liquid and a solid together, it can make a gas.
So sometimes a liquid and a solid come together to make a gas. Good job, good memory. And we did our sequencing chart, our sequence of events, to help us recall our experiment that we did. Okay, today we're going to be talking about gases specifically. Okay, yesterday we did a little bit more with liquids, and today we're going to be talking about gases. Up here I have a discovery box, and when I tap you on the head, I want you to come and look inside the discovery box. Look at the items, and you can touch them, and tell me if you can start to make a prediction for what do you think our lesson could possibly be about today. Okay, so when I tap you on the head, look inside, and you can whisper to each other, what do you think we could be learning today? Keep your wonders. You two can sit down and you can whisper talk to each other while the girls look up at the discovery box. You can whisper. I want you to talk about what do you think? Can you make a prediction?
This is gas. This is a water bottle.
I want y'all to sit down and you can keep whisper talking.
I think we're going to make a balloon, we're going to put the lids in bottle.
Good. I like what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Joseph give a prediction to Brandon. Did anybody else hear their partner say something, or did you have a prediction for what do you think with those materials? What do you think, Jillian? What could we be doing?
How we have to see gas very well instead of having to not see.
So maybe we could do an experiment to be able to see gas because it's invisible. So maybe we could do an experiment to help us see gas. That's a good prediction. What do you think, Joseph?
Well, I think we're going to do an experiment where we get a water bottle, and there's this powder and stuff, and there's you get the water bottle, you put something inside of it, I can't remember.
So you're starting to already say the steps of the scientific process. I want you guys to recall something we talked about yesterday. The scientific method, Emil, has steps that you follow, and sometimes a variable is something, does anyone remember what we said a variable was? A variable is you can do something different in the same experiment, and it could possibly have a different outcome. So we're going to do other variables as well, okay?
I'm giving this to a tertiary.
Okay. I want you guys, right now, I'm going to talk to you about an experience that I had one time with a balloon, and it was a great big balloon, okay? A hot air balloon. Has anybody heard of a hot air balloon before?
No.
A hot air balloon came to Miss Brascho's school, and I got to go inside it and ride up really, really high in the sky. And I'm going to tell you guys this story so we can make a personal connection to what we're about to do,
But
okay?
guess what? My daddy just went on the airplane before.
An airplane, cool. Okay, I want you to look at these pictures. And here, real little, there's Miss Brascho down there, and there's the great big hot air balloon, and there we are. We started to float up. There's the basket at the bottom.
Ooh.
There we are. And I'm inside there with a little boy from my class and another teacher. There we are. Do you see the clouds behind us?
Mm-hmm.
We're about to land on the playground again, and there we are Or landed on the playground. Has anybody ever seen a hot air balloon before?
No.
You have to put your thumb out by your heart if you've seen one before. If you haven't, now you have. Hot air balloons can rise because they have a little part that heats it with fire. And when the air, Emil, is hotter inside the balloon than the air that surrounds it, it causes it to rise up. So they heat the inside, and when the inside gets hotter than the outside air, it rises up. Pretty cool, huh?
Well,
So I want you guys to think about, I don't know, we just got lucky. So keep thinking about this for me. We are going to try to inflate a balloon right now. I want you guys to think about this. Who's ever blown up a balloon before? But I don't want you to use the air from your mouth, okay? I want you to think based on what we did yesterday, so I want you to use your background knowledge. We're going to use our schema. Our schema is our background knowledge. We're going to make an inference for what can happen. So we're using our background knowledge plus what we see right now, and we're going to draw a conclusion about how can we get that balloon blown up without blowing out air from our mouth. I want you just to have that wonder right now, okay? Is there possibly another type of gas? Gases we talked about yesterday were helium, air, carbon monoxide from your mouth, okay? Is there possibly another way to create that gas to blow up that balloon? All right, do you have your wonders? Close your eyes. I want you to just think about it for a minute. And as you're thinking about it, I want you to walk and take a seat and put on your safety goggles. Okay, remember yesterday we talked about our safety rules that we use when we do a science experiment, okay? And today, we're going to use those same rules, okay? And I love how Jillian already said, what's that smell? And she already made a wonder, okay? Pretty neat. So she's noticing the things that are around us. So in front of you, you have one bottle. Now, Brandon, is this bottle empty? Is this bottle empty?
No. Yes.
No.
Now somebody said no. Who said no? Why do you think no, Joseph?
There's air inside
There's
it.
air inside
Air
it.
is a thing.
And air is a thing. It's a state of matter. Good job. Good memory. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you guys some different materials. We have vinegar. We have baking soda. And I want you to think about, I'm going to give you a balloon. I want you to think about how could you get that balloon to inflate. And I want you to start, as I'm passing out our balloons, I want you to talk with your partner about how could you combine these materials to blow this balloon up without using your mouth. Okay, what color do you want? What color? What color do you want? Red? Okay, what color do you want? Okay? All right, so whisper talk with your partner about how do you think we can combine these materials right now. We have baking soda, we have vinegar. How can you combine the materials to blow up your balloon? What color do you want? Okay? All right, talk about it with your partner.
But maybe, I think you put
Well, does it matter what? Maybe it's just like air all over the place.
put the baking soda and
All right, keep talking. Whisper talk with your partner. How can we use those materials? How can we use them?
Like that. Yeah,
What else do you think? All right, Sherry, what do you think?
I just have a question.
Okay.
Does it matter what the balloon is filled with?
We want to fill it with just air. So we want it to be a gas that blows up inside. Good wonder. What else? Does anybody have a thought yet? We have this and we have this. How can we combine them?
Put them inside the bottle.
Okay. What order should we put them in the bottle?
Like remember yesterday?
Okay.
And then we put the powder in the water. In
Okay.
the jar, and then we put the white vinegar.
Okay, so do you want to do vinegar first and then add the powder, or do you want to do
Yes.
powder first?
Vinegar first.
Okay, who wants to do vinegar first? Raise your hand. Okay, this is good. Let's do it both ways, and let's see which way did best. All right, so Jillian raised her hand and Joseph raised his hand. So put your bottles inside your tins. And I want you to take the top off. And they wanted to do vinegar first.
Are they gonna pop?
No, it won't make a noise.
No,
All
we're
right.
making.
So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put the vinegar. I want you to hold your bottle on the bottom with one hand. Okay? So these two wanted to do vinegar first. So we're going to see what happens with vinegar first. Because even though we're doing the same science experiment,
There's a bug on
we're
here.
doing it
In a different
in
order.
a different order, right, Sherry? And those are the whatables. What do we call them?
Variable.
Variables. Yeah, the variables can change. Okay, so now we have vinegar. What do we need next?
Baking soda. Baking soda.
You want to do baking soda? All right, I'm going to come over to Jillian's side. I'm going to get her spoon. Now, I'm going to let you drop in the baking soda, and I'm going to try to put your balloon on the top for you. All right, hold the spoon right here, and you can let go of your bottle. It's okay if we get it messy. We have that. Now look, don't go yet until I say, wait, because I have to be ready to go. All right, go ahead and start dropping that over, and it's okay if it all doesn't go inside.
Shoot.
Did it work? What do you see happening?
It's blowing up.
What do you see? What's it blowing up with?
Vinegar.
It's not making a noise. What is it blowing up with? Is
Carbon
it
dioxide.
carbon dioxide? Awesome.
That's a
Awesome.
kind of air gas.
Yeah, air gas. So what happened, Jillian, is you can look and you can see that
Yikes.
the solid, right? The solid came together with the liquid, the acid and the base, and they made that carbon dioxide blow up. So did it work?
Yeah.
Were we right? All right, sit down. Let's see if the same thing happens to Joseph. Now, I want you guys to make a wonder right now. What would have happened if
I hear sound.
I didn't put, yeah, that's the carbon monoxide. What would have happened if I didn't put the balloon on quick? What if it took me a long time to put that balloon on?
Then it would just be the science experiment from yesterday.
And what would that, would the balloon have blown up? Or would
No.
possibly what would have escaped?
The
there
carbon
it's coming.
dioxide.
It would have escaped. And then by the time we put it on there wouldn't have been any coming out, right? Just because we couldn't see that air coming out, was it still coming out?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so let's try it. And if you want to drop yours in a different way, whatever way that you think is best, Joseph. All right, and I'm going to hold your balloon. All right, and you're going to hold the spoon. And you count down for me, so I'll know. You can say 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
It's filling up.
Now, at first, it kind of took me a little bit longer to get that balloon on the top, didn't it?
No, mine looks beauty.
So a little bit, it came up so quickly
I made the
that I heard a
fizzle.
little bit of the fizzle, right? Okay? I had a little bit of the fizzle. So it started to just get a little bit of the vinegar inside the balloon. So I probably
looks
should have
like a
tried
treat.
much
It
quicker.
looks like a
Or what if I didn't, instead of filling vinegar up to here, what if we filled it up a little bit of vinegar? Would it have come up at the same rate as fast?
But what if
A lot of that in it.
A lot. What if we had put more of this in?
Oh,
I
look
know.
at mine.
Maybe I wouldn't have even had time to put the balloon on the top at all. Cool. Okay, so how did you guys want to do your experiment?
How did you vinegar first?
You wanted. How did you guys?
Vinegar first.
How did you guys say that you wanted to combine your materials?
Baking soda first. And
Okay,
then vinegar.
so I have some baking soda bottles over here,
Ooh.
and we're gonna see